Just when you thought it was safe to be a top-ranked surfer on the qualifying series, you come to compete at the Hawaiian Pro, and you go down. Lots of upsets already on the day. This QS 10,000, stop number one in the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. Chris Cote here with Ross Williams. 30 minutes on the clock. We've got some high-ranked surfers, not only on the QS, but also on the championship tour in this heat. Ross, these 30-minute heats have been flying by.
He's rated pretty high, isn't he, on the QS ratings?
P.Crisanto, currently number 5, led the QS for, I want to say, about 3 months.
Out of his turns. He's fun to watch. Really cool technique. And that's the Brazilian right there. You got to be on the bombs.
Well, luckily for our surfers in this heat, a set rolls in. Just a few minutes in, this is going to be J.Willcox, surfer out of Margaret River, Australia. He has been lighting this place up. He has surfed from day one of competition, which was, you know, a little smaller than today.
Definitely throwing down some hefty turns, a lot of power. I like how low Benji gets to his board, really squares up to the lip. This is J.Willcox right here, lanky Aussie. Gets so much kind of whip through his turns. He's been impressing me. J.Willcox has been ripping. And here we go. This is B.Brand. Speaking of someone who was ripping yesterday.
All the way up into that top 10, so a lot of variables still at stake. If you're P.Crisanto, you do not want to leave anything to chance. Here goes B.Brand. And Benji, you could put him as one of those factors that play in to the qualification picture. Not highly ranked on the QS, but highly ranked in terms of the damage he can do in this contest.
You know, he surfs well at pipe, but I'm really impressed with his performance surfing.
Well, he's going up against a CT standout right now. Well, not right then, but usually W.Cardoso is a CT standout. Went down unforced error on that last wave. W.Cardoso currently 13th on the championship tour as a 32-year-old rookie. Surfer in blue. The blue jersey has been kind of haunted, as we'd say today, Ross, or the green jersey, I should say, has been kind of a sketchy color to be wearing throughout the day, but we'll see if J.Willcox can turn that curse around. W.Cardoso just trying to get things rolling there, going left. He's got a quick, sparky, light-footed approach on his backhand, and of course, he is able to utilize his size to really just dig into turns.
I heard someone said something where, like, there was only 4 or 5 surfers that won all 3 of the events, and I heard it was like Michelle Perez and a couple of the boys, you know, that have. But then my dad's name wasn't on there, and my uncle's, but I did the math, and my dad actually won here at he won here at Ali'i Beach. Bugs was in the final, and I got the footage. Just hit me up. I'll give you the footage. I filmed it. It's on YouTube. But he won Haleiwa, and I think they were like, and Michael Ho wins for the 2nd year in a row here at Ali'i Beach. Boom! And I was like, oh my God. He had like Mark Richards in the semis and stuff. I kept thinking he was going to lose, but so he won Haleiwa, and you know he won Sunset, won the World Cup a couple times, won the Pipe Masters, broken arm. So yeah, add his name on there. Give him the credit.
My favorite thing about watching Benji surf is how square he goes off the bottom and how square he hits the lip. It's just beautiful surfing. And this is a great wave as well by J.Willcox. So we're seeing a little bit of a backside clinic here.
But yeah, I don't know. I have to set that straight. Do your math. All you kids, everyone out there, everyone, the talk is cheap.
Mason Ho dropping some knowledge.
That kinetic energy with him. As we get back into the lineup, speaking of kinetic energy, you can see it flowing through B.Brand. He is surfing just whip sharp.
I mean, that is crazy. That's one of the best, well put together waves.
The Ho family runs strong out here, and they've done some serious work at the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. Back to you guys.
Hey, we believe. We're working on that graphic ASAP.
I think, you know, it's on a day like today when the waves are smaller, and right now it's higher tide, so the waves are allowing you to hit it 3, even maybe 4 times. Your backhand can be an advantage because you can kind of place the board up vertical, shoot a bunch of spray out to the horizon. Those campaigns, and see how serious their injury is, and it's a tough job for them because they can only award it to 2 guys.
Yeah, all 3 of those surfers hurt themselves in competition or warming up for competition, so it was basically on-the-job injuries. So we'll be watching that story as it develops throughout the end of this year and looking into 2019. It's in particular have the most storylines of any events on the planet. So J.Willcox trying to put his name into that, doing well to set the pace in this heat. W.Cardoso waiting for one of these big power hooks. Bam, there it was. Nice layback snap right in the pocket. Gets on the open face, just forcing his way through a nice frontside turn. And that is sometimes the problem with Willian Cardoso. Overdoing turns on sections that aren't going to allow for that.
Square off the top, so you can really kind of count each maneuver, and it's so visible. And he's putting a lot of weight behind it too. So, you know, Benji not just going through the motions, he's throwing down some really nice turns. That right there you see from Willian, just kind of pushing the issue. The good thing for Willian Cardoso, he's got 11 minutes, plenty of time here.
There's B.Brand, whose backhand has been pretty much perfect. Haven't seen him make any major mistakes. All his turns well placed. Great wave selection, and really leaves no meat on the bone. Right there, I mean, just utilized every section of that wave, and sometimes when you do that, you can look spastic.
Yeah, I'm psyched. I love what I'm seeing here, and he doesn't have a whole lot of movement in between turns, so each maneuver is perfectly packaged and delivered to the judges. It's just a sharp, meaningful bottom turn, forehand and backhand, and right there, unfortunately for Willian, was a kind of a tough section.
So there's P.Crisanto, current top 5 surfer on the QS. He's having a little bit of an issue right here.
Seeing Chris, there's lots of waves. This is good. You know, we had a couple of heats there that were really slow, so the guys are getting tons of reps. They're able to surf their way into this heat. And Pedersen, you can see that looks like a step up to me. So in my mind, just a little bit of a mistake riding a board. Kind of see it there. Right here, perfect wave selection. Another dreamy wave there from Jacob, but just getting hung up a little too long on that last maneuver.
Both need pretty hefty scores, and they keep seeing the green and white jerseys going on wave after wave. Even that wave right there for B.Brand, he's already got 2 solid scores. He knows he didn't need to force anything on that last wave. Could you say he went hamda on this wave?
He went hamda. Jamda. That is a big time turn right there. A lot of spray. That was his best turn.
Ouch.
Backed it up with another whip and then finished the wave off. So that couldn't have come at a better time for Cardoso, because, you know, he was having a tough heat before that. Finally, kind of everything clicked there. Those are the turns he wants to provide. Ride on momentum, you know, and he's kind of feeling it now. This was also a super important wave here for B.Brand. He's trying to get a backup score.
He still needs a backup score, and time is winding down, and he's in 4th priority. B.Brand is now in the lead with a 7.67 and a 4.8. So all surfers in this heat need a backup score. Here's Willian Cardoso surfing for a 3.96. Nice opening snap. This wave staying open for the Panda. Gets a 3rd. And there's the finish with the foam climb. The foam climbs straight into the flex. The Panda thinks he's got it.
I like it. That was a fun claim. Like the claims, it was all, you know, you could almost judge claims on its own. That might make it into the top 10 right there for the event.
Solid 7.
It was above average for sure. So a nice sweeping cutback. The board's looking good. He's got a better glide going. He caught a couple edges the first few waves, and then something clicked on that last wave.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go, Crisanto needs a 6.63. He does have priority. He's going to exercise that. Nice bottom turn, top turn combination, blowing the fins. Gets the second turn. Can he stay standing? He does.
Wow.
Clutch performance right there. Back-to-back hammers, throwing the tail. P.Crisanto is rightfully fired up.
Bingo. The last 5 minutes, absolute chaos. This is a big-time turn. Watch the tail block way over the top of the wave. That was beyond fins free. He got half his board out of the water. That should be a big-time score. Just when we were saying it's going to be tricky for him, he's definitely more than in it. He's already got the 5.6, so that could push him into the top 2.
Performances by both Crisanto and Cardoso unofficially moving through in 1st and 2nd place, dropping B.Brand to 3rd and J.Willcox to 4th. Both surfers that we thought had the stranglehold on this heat.
Yeah, that was clutch. That's exactly what that was. It was just clutch performance there from Pedersen. That's a big score. He needed, you know, at least a 7, and so it was cool. He knew what he needed to do. He had to go big. Made it happen.